Hey, y'all, did you hear? The Surgeon General has declared an epidemic.
You are a loner. And if you're not, good for you. I'm your host, Eric Brown, and with me, the original game changer, Mr. Mike Jones. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh,
Hey, man,
man.
This is a tight subject to be talking about today, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, because people need to be aware that it is absolutely true. The Surgeon General has declared an epidemic of isolation and loneliness.
Yeah, so Mike, that makes sense to me back in COVID times, but COVID's over, man. There's no isolation and loneliness going on. What you talking about?
I mean, you would think so, right? Because COVID is, for the most part, it's over. I mean, everything's opened back up and people are getting back out. However, this is an absolute true statement, y'all. The Surgeon General has declared an epidemic of isolation and loneliness. There is so much talk about the mental health of individuals now because of their feelings of isolation and loneliness. Now, I don't care who you are, man. I got to say this out loud. One of the greatest gifts that you have available to you is choice. You can choose to believe anything that you want. My first question to you, as it is always when I'm talking about this subject, is why not make the choice to choose to believe in yourself? Because first of all, there's got to be an awareness that if you are experiencing loneliness and isolation, it is because of the choices that you are making now. I know that there was a time where it was not our choice, that the government was making a choice to keep us isolated, which was creating some loneliness. However, that no longer exists in this present moment. What exists for you right now is an opportunity to make the choice to not be in a situation where you're feeling lonely and isolated.
Yeah, so Mike, I know you say listen with the intent to be influenced. So what coaching would you have for folks that just say, yeah, I mean, COVID taught me that I'm good alone?
Okay, well, if you are good alone, then you probably shouldn't be listening to this conversation because you are not one of those people that are likely in this study. The people that are in this study are complaining about isolation and loneliness, and they are saying that it is affecting their mental health. If that happens to be you, if you fit within the context of this conversation where you're not feeling okay with being by yourself and being lonely, but you now have an opportunity to make a choice to be with people. Yes, COVID did prevent us from socializing. However, that is no longer an excuse that is valid in the context of this conversation.
Oh, so what you're saying is that really there's a declaration of people not accepting personal responsibility for the choices that they're making.
Absolutely. If you were accepting personal responsibility for your isolation, if you were accepting personal responsibility for your feeling lonely, it would then prompt you to take action now. Absolutely get out of that place where you are isolated and go out where people are and begin to interact and socialize with people. Now, for some of y'all, that may be your church. There are things that you can do in that environment with those people that will allow you to feel connected and attached to something that's going on. Maybe joining a small group in your church. Maybe getting out and going and learn how to cook a new meal, taking a cooking class. There are so many things that you can do to absolutely help you in your own mental health rather than sitting around complaining about feeling isolated or lonely. Now, if you are making the choice to stay locked up into your residence, if you're making a choice to not connect with other people, you've got to understand exactly what I'm saying here. You're making that choice. Nothing is choosing that for you. So take some personal responsibility to help yourself mentally be more healthy by making the choice to get out of that apartment, get out of that house. Put that cell phone down and stop connecting with social media. You're not going to feel more connected to the world by doing that through social media. Connect with people.
So there's people out there, Mike, though, that are selling tickets to their pity party that are saying, oh, I am alone and I am isolated. So what would you say to them if they can't get off that social media or get out in front of those AI or video games and get out there into the world?
I would say to them, Eric, that they are making the choice to be isolated, that they are making the choice, a deliberate choice to be in a place where they are now feeling lonely. I'm absolutely saying to you that when you stop selling tickets to that pity party and you're no longer sitting around being bitter, then you can get better. So once the day is over and the sun goes down, you are either going to be bitter or you're going to get better. The only way you're going to get better is to accept personal responsibility to go out and do what's likely scary for you. Engage with people. Is there an opportunity that somebody may take advantage of you? Yes, that exists in the world. Is there an opportunity that somebody may hurt you emotionally? Yes, it exists in the world. However, you're making the choice to be wherever you are. So absolutely take the time to put yourself in situations that may not be as threatening as the conversation that you're having with yourself about having this pity party about everything that could possibly go wrong. I'm encouraging you to accept personal responsibility for your mental health and take some action to absolutely right the ship.
Smoking hot shit, Mr. Jones. In fact, what in the world are we thinking if it's not making your palms sweat and your heart beat just a little bit more? What is the point of even doing it?
Yeah, and what Eric is talking about is getting out of your little comfort zone.
Hell
And
yeah.
that house has likely become your comfort zone. COVID as an excuse has likely become your comfort zone. That pity party that you're having about woe is me has likely become a comfort zone. So now is the moment to break through that to get to a healthier place. Because I'm telling you, man, if you're sitting back and you're on the sidelines observing the game, there is no way for you to affect this score in a positive way. So if you are not living your life on the edge, if you are not getting out of that comfort zone, then you're taking up far too much risk.
Here we go now.
Here we go now.